Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, this is Phil McPhail with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Today, I'm in the town of Dover Foxcroft on Range Road, and we're going to take a look at a beautiful square 26.6 acres of land with some nice timber on it, paved road front for over 1,000 feet, 1,106 feet actually. We got electricity out here at the road and some really nice timber to look at. Let's go for a walk and take a look at this today. Come in here just a little ways off of the range road and you'll start seeing some really nice wood in here. This is a big poplar. It's almost 20 inches in diameter. Over here behind me, we got a maple that's probably 14. We got yellow birch in here. We got some white pine and spruce. A little mix of everything as we first come in. Some balsam fir in here as well. We're going to keep on going out there and see how much more wood we can find. So if you, when you look here at the topographic map, you'll see this little creek running through here. It's nothing big, but the water is moving. It's shown on the USGS topo map as being a stream. So I'm guessing it forms off a little pond just off the property, probably a spring fed pond, and runs down through here and eventually is going to enter the Piscataquis River. Funny things you see in the snow, folks. It looks to me like this little squirrel was wandering through the woods here. You can see his tracks coming around these trees. And all of a sudden, we've got a skid and some wing marks here in the snow. And I'm thinking Mr. Squirrel probably got invited to dinner at the owl's house. That's what it looks like. I'm back here in the northwest corner and still got big, beautiful trees everywhere we look. I thought it'd be a good time to talk about where we're located here in Dover Foxcroft, Maine. Dover Foxcroft is about 35 miles northwest of the city of Bangor. This property is actually located just about 3 to 3.5 miles to downtown Dover Foxcroft, and we'll talk about the town in a minute. Portland, Maine's about 131 miles, 2 hours, 15 minutes from here, and Bar Harbor, Maine is just 85 miles from this location. I'm out here in the northwest side of the land now, and I've come up onto this beautiful hardwood knoll. We've got yellow birch, maple, we got some ash trees in here. This is just beautiful. It's quite open because the trees are getting larger, but what a nice spot for maybe a little cabin in here. Almost looks like this could have been pasture land many years ago. I don't know. With the snow on, it's hard to say, but it's pretty nice level ground. Here's a snowshoe tip for you folks. If you're out here for the first time on snowshoes in Maine, some winters we get tons of snow. And you can see this fir tree I'm standing next to right here. You can just see the tip of this. And if you're walking through the woods, you think to yourself, well, there's a 7-inch balsam fir coming up through the snow cover. What harm could be there? Well, let's say we had enough snow and the only thing you could see was this. If you step on one of these treetops in snowshoes, the fact that there's a lot of air held up by these branches, you're going to end up 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6, 7 feet deep in the snow, and you're going to go right to the bottom. So snowshoe tips for the day: don't step on the top of trees if you can avoid them when you're snowshoeing. Town of Dover Foxcroft is one of my favorite small towns here in Maine, and it's the county seat of Piscataquis County. The population is about 4,000. The town of Dover Foxcroft was actually purchased by Bowdoin College from Massachusetts back in 1796. 1803 was the first settlement here, and around 1822 the town became incorporated. Another great thing about the town of Dover Foxcroft is we got some beautiful water here. Sebec Lake is a big, large, I think it's around 7,000 acres, deep water, lake trout, salmon, great fishing and boating. The Piscataquis River runs through town, and it's a gorgeous river to paddle, to fish. We're about a half-hour, 40-minute drive right to Moosehead Lake in Greenville, so that's pretty close by. This is the largest town in Piscataquis County, so it's got everything here. It's a nice hospital. You've got grocery stores. You've got small mom-and-pop shops, hardware, building supplies, everything you could need for a living right here in this nice small town of Dover Foxcroft, Maine. Down here in the central part of the land right now, and there's our little brook that we saw earlier is still flowing down through. Beautiful little knoll actually on both sides of it. So if you wanted to build a small road back here for a little getaway cabin, or maybe even build your year-round home, you could listen to this little brook running by every evening. What a great sound. I'll tell you folks, it's not every day you get to walk through some larger trees. We've got an open canopy here at the bottom, our closed canopy at the top, and the underbrush here is almost none. Real pleasure to walk. This is getting towards the center of the land, and in here we've got a little bit wetter soils. This is a mix of Panquist, Plaisted, Berkshire, Monarda, Howland, and several other soil types. Some of them are well drained, some of them not so much. So you got a real nice diverse tree species growth in here. You've got white cedar, we got some larch or juniper as some people call them. We also have the birches mixed in here, yellow and white birch. This is the kind of area I would expect to find deer hanging out in the wintertime because of the heavy crown canopy. The snow load down here is not too bad. It's not a huge lot, but because it's a nice square piece of land, should be a really good hunting property here in November. That kind of completes our tour of this property. So let's run down the highlights of this 26.6 plus or minus acres here on Range Road in Dover Foxcroft, Maine. The price on this property is $60,000. The taxes, my client is actually carving off this from a parcel they intend to keep for themselves. Prorating the taxes on a per acre basis will give us about $397 for this most current tax year. So that will be determined at a later date. We've got electric power out on the road. We've got a mix of soils in here. Well drained, not so well drained. We got all kinds of different tree species from hardwoods to softwoods. We got a small creek that runs through the property, and there's several branches of that. Just a beautiful piece of land, a real pleasure to walk through here in the winter. No bushes hitting you in the face for the most part. It's just older trees, little underbrush. If you want to see this property, give me a call at 800-286-6164. And while you're here, don't forget, please like our video, subscribe to our channel, and put on that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Have a great day. Well, there you go, Carmen. You're not the only one that does this in the woods.